Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's Sky video. And in today's video, true to my word, I'm going to be looking at the motif of sleep in the newest Waking Titan memo, as well as the mention of Lab 319 in the Citizen Scientist Readiness Assessment. What this all means, I want to clear up any confusion about this whole lab business, as well as what the word sleep can imply for No Man's Sky and Waking Titan. So anyways, please do sit back and relax. Let's get started. So I want to start off by giving a kind of announcement about the mention of Lab 319 in this survey, which we got very recently. Now, there has been some confusion surrounding whether or not this lab is actually Waking Titan related, or perhaps just some kind of red herring that was put in to throw us off. It was mentioned as a bonus question in that little survey which I mentioned earlier, and right now it is a bit of a mystery. Currently, we do know that Lab 319 is Waking Titan related. How it is related though, we aren't yet sure. The community is still working to bring together some solid information, but for the meantime, we really only have theories that definitely do make sense, but none of them are 100% confirmed to be true. What we do know for sure though is that the website lab319.org is not affiliated with No Man's Sky or Waking Titan. People have tried calling this company, asking about Waking Titan, and they know absolutely nothing. They are a real company who are trying to make money, so they don't have any relation to the ARG. Please do not contact this company and ask about No Man's Sky or Waking Titan or anything like that, because they have absolutely no fucking clue what you're talking about, and it just puts a massive strain on their services. I just wanted to get that out because I think some people are still thinking it is related. It isn't. Please just forget about it and just kind of move on. It isn't to do with Waking Titan. So with that out of the way, I want to look into what we currently know about Lab 319, and I'm going to be honest here, it isn't really a lot. Now, there are multiple websites with links to a Lab 319, many of which being science related as it is a lab. There have also been reports of a Lab 319 in India that specializes in researching sleep, but all of this doesn't really mean a great deal at the moment. You can search for hours on Google, but as of right now, we don't know how significant Lab 319 is, why it was even mentioned, and if it will pop up again in the ARG. All we can guess is that it may be lore related in some way, perhaps a location that may develop with this focus on sleep. It may somehow play into the next phase of Waking Titan. As of right now, in this waiting period, a lot of it is just kind of blind speculation. Now, I know that is kind of disappointing, I'm sorry, but all of this is still new information. I will update you when more is discovered. Okay, so now it's time to speculate about the motif of sleep, a word that's been popping up a load recently in the ARG, and we do have a few theories surrounding it. So the most simple theory, which I mentioned in my previous video, was that sleep is actually literal and not some kind of code or a metaphor or a symbol. It's simply guidance for the next phase of Waking Titan. Now, this comes about due to the very, very time-consuming nature of the ARG, with some people staying up late working to solve clues or to watch streams, etc. The NPC that was at the live drop, who asked if the community member was getting enough sleep, could simply be a genuine question and not some kind of booky code. Alison Smith may simply be hinting that the next phase of Waking Titan will be difficult and time-consuming and may kind of disrupt our day a little bit, which could explain the break we're currently in, as it's basically a means of letting the community rest, get their lives together, and come back feeling refreshed. They're essentially warning us that the next phase may involve more live streams and more content to solve, so it's really just them telling us to make sure we're in good health to devote plenty of time to solving it. We're going to need that brain power, we're going to need sleep to help us think. It could quite literally actually be a literal thing. I know, it is kind of boring, I will admit that, but Alice and Smith do listen to our feedback, and this is very, very evident with the survey that asked about Waking Titan. They may simply be adjusting the ARG to fit the community better, building on the gripes or complaints. I wouldn't really call them complaints, but the little kind of annoyances people had with previous Waking Titan, as in the streams ruining people's sleep schedule and things like that. They're just essentially giving us a heads up as a result of the past ARG. Now, another theory is that sleep ties into loop 16 and is basically telling us that we will be seeing more No Man's Sky update content like pictures soon. Now, this theory comes from the lovely Ablown on Discord, and he basically says that REM, which is rapid eye movement, and also the first word of the REM sleep glyph password, is the stage in which we dream when we're sleeping. So when photos of portals and ships were shown on the streams in the last version of pre 1.3 Waking Titan, that was Loop 16's dream. Loop 16 was dreaming about the contents of the update, which were not currently known, and we were being seen through that in a lore-friendly way. So with REM sleep being mentioned again, it's likely that we're being hinted for more streams, more lore, and ultimately more photos of 1.4 or 1.5 like we saw with the previous Waking Titan streams last year. Now, when this does actually happen is honestly anyone's guess, but right now we can gather that it's definitely a possibility. It's just a matter of waiting. So with all the talk of ARGs, could sleep actually relate to No Man's Sky, and specifically the 1.4/1.5 update? Now, people are thinking it ties into the update in some way or another because of the previous portal word, which we got from the cassettes way back in June, that basically gave us a hint to the contents of the update. With this version of Waking Titan, this is quite different, mainly because all of the words which we've been given, i.e. Phoenix, sleep, 1.5, all that stuff, isn't actually in No Man's Sky. Obviously, Portal was a portal that did exist in the game but was simply unactivated. Sleep doesn't exist in No Man's Sky. It isn't a mechanic. It doesn't necessarily play a major part in it. So we're a little bit stumped if this does truly have anything to do with the game itself. Now, to be honest, we can imply anything for No Man's Sky with this word. It could simply mean a sleeping mechanic, a way to advance time, as there are beds in shelters, things like that. But this is so fucking unlikely for an entire ARG to be started for a shitting sleeping mechanic. But on the other hand, as always, it can be quite metaphorical. An idea that some people hold is the fact that we awake from a sleep or a dream in No Man's Sky, and we find ourselves in a completely new experience with new and better procedural generation, actual players. We can see players now instead of orbs, and just an overall unique experience that is essentially identical to pre-release trailers, with all of the missing features brought into play for us. Now, this would further tie into the idea of 1.5 being the big daddy of all updates, the one that rebirths No Man's Sky. So yes, this does have some weight to it, but of course, right now we are being super optimistic with this, so please don't get your hopes too high about that. But honestly, in my opinion, I think sleep is not related to No Man's Sky. I think right about now, words like Phoenix would instead make more sense because we haven't yet seen that tie into the ARG all that much. Sleep does seem to be quite lore friendly, especially with Loop 16, so chances are it is more of a Waking Titan related keyword, perhaps something that will open up a bit more with the next phase. So that's just about all I have to talk about on the matter. As always, let me know what you think on the matter in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you guys did enjoy, then please do feel free to leave a like on it, and if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.